Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing.
Hello, hello.
If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin. And welcome to our podcast talk show.
Yes, podcast talk show. Yes.
We
that time.
we totally forgot. We totally forgot on our previous episode was our 1 year anniversary of doing this. So
Yeah.
it's been 1 year of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. Can you believe that?
It's been awesome actually.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the last year a lot. There's been a lot of upgrades, I can say.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of changes in that aspect. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, there's definitely been some growing pains. What was it, like our second or third episode is just an aesthetic image. It's not a video. It's just like a static image.
No.
Definitely
Just
had
talking.
some issues.
That's
for
why it's a
some
podcast
reason.
and a talk show.
That's right. So
That's
cheers,
awesome.
cheers to you, sir. We
Yes, cheers, sir.
for 1 full year.
Yes.
Started off just doing sitcoms. That's kind of wild. Basically,
Yeah.
Sunny, Office, Community.
Community, yes, absolutely. That was that because that's like the funny part is I was thinking about it after we talked about it a little bit, and that's when I first started actually like really getting into Community. If you think about it that way,
Yeah, I would have
I
to
just
say,
finished
yeah.
watching it. Yeah,
Yeah. That is kind of funny. It's like introduced us into like a whole new,
yeah,
like you really paid attention to so much more, which actually made it like that much more enjoyable though, because like these people actually put a lot of time and effort into stuff in the background. So
yes,
at least
100%.
helped point some of those things out.
Yeah, I totally yes, 1000%.
How many episodes did we do of that? When did we switch over to basically just a talk show?
I think it was honestly. I think we did like wasn't it like 50? Wasn't it like I mean
it was definitely up there.
It was definitely up there because I really think that because I think there for a while because I think we went from doing like seasons like best of to then just kind of doing more of like I think actually went from trivia to then best of trivia, and then I think we ended up going to where I just lost every time in a row to where I just had to start doing challenges, and then you felt bad, and then
it became like I don't even want to win, man. I feel bad. Like
So do you remember this was even brought up the last weekend when I saw you too? I mean the hot chip challenge. I mean,
yeah.
I mean that's been.
I was nice enough to
brings up
take
memories.
that challenge with you, but yeah,
I appreciate
You
that.
should-
But I had to wear a dress. We talked about that pre podcast too.
yeah. You had to put on a dress. You had to. What else? Oh, you had to do a TikTok dance.
Yeah, TikTok dance. Yep. Actually, I seen that the other day too.
Yeah, we didn't have too many challenges because then you had so many challenges that we were like, okay, well let's do series. Let's do like best out of 5 kind of thing.
Yes.
And
If
then you still
Well,
lost
that's
those. So
a lot. But if you think about it, actually, that's when we were doing 2 a week at that time too.
yeah, we were. Yep, Mondays and
we-
Thursdays, right?
Yeah, Mondays and Thursdays. We were putting out some content when we first started, man. We were. I mean, so that if you think about how much watching content and stuff that we did too at the very beginning, I mean, I loved every moment of it. But at the same time, we did a lot. We really did.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you're definitely watching 2 episodes a week, at least twice.
Yes. Oh, at least. Yeah.
Then it got to the point where you really only had to watch it once because you're already eye hawking everything.
Every moment.
I only need 10 questions, but I have 30. Are you ready?
Yes. So let me ask you this question. I'll never forget this question. Do you know what vehicle was behind Charlie and D while
Jeep.
they were? Yeah.
I'll never forget that, man.
I was gonna say,
I'll
that's
never
awesome.
forget because if that ever comes up, we're like, yep. Already been tested on that one. I got it wrong. I'll never get it wrong again.
No, you were very upset about that one.
I
That
was.
one that I was. Yeah,
I was like, oh, what T-shirt was he wearing at 35 minutes? What was the 3? Give me 3 letters that were on a sign that they drove by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting, but it's fine.
Yeah, and then we kind of just moved on to like top favorite movies, top favorites, really just top favorites.
Absolutely, just in general. Yeah.
And we wound up just talking. Actually, lately, like the movie of the week has been solid. Like I've been enjoying that.
What watching a movie, the movies of the week?
Yep, because it forces
Absolutely.
us to choose or pick something, especially when we've been watching new stuff. But look at what was the one? I mean, look, Externo, right? We got to watch Externo, right? That was amazing.
That was awesome.
But there was also that Netflix French movie where she's like military police. I can't remember. Oh, Sentinel? Or wait, we couldn't figure out. Was it Sentinel or Sentinel? You know?
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I would never have watched that movie. But it's like, well, why not?
Exactly. Why not? Absolutely. I mean, majority of the ones that that we have been watching or have been, will at least be on, like, I should say a list, maybe not like the list of all lists. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Yeah. But at the same time, though, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, like there has been movies. I mean, you've changed my watching habits. I mean, look at Kim's Convenience. I'm gonna bring it up every podcast from here on out because I still absolutely love it until I'm done watching it. I think I watched a couple more episodes today, and it still has the same laughing it's making me do the entire time. Yeah, I can't stop saying that. I mean, it's phenomenal. So.
We dove into season 5 last night, so
did you?
We're probably about 4 or 5 episodes into season 5, and I'm not ready. I'm going to be honest. I'm definitely not ready.
Yes.
It's the last season. I'm not.
It is the last season. I know. And you know it. That's the worst part. So
yeah. At least we get to see Jung in Shang-Chi. So at least and then I mean, gosh, these actors got to be in other stuff. I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to like seek out different stuff to see it. Yeah, see where these guys are at. Oh well, hello there, Spider.
Yes, hello, Spider.
Spider recommended a movie. We'll get into it.
Yeah,
we'll get into it later, right?
Yeah, we'll touch base.
Yeah, we'll touch base with that. Because I imagine we could talk about that for a little while. I want to talk about a movie.
Okay.
That Jessica and I we were like, you know what? After last week of watching Seaspiracy and all these things, it was like doom and gloom. It was time for a change. It was time for a comedy. And it was kind of hard. Like I'm scrolling through. We're just like not finding something that's standing out. And this movie, Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, popped up, and it just looked hilarious. The previews looked really funny, and we're like, you know what? Screw it. It's got 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, that's pretty solid for a comedy, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely, 100%. That's huge.
And I gotta tell you, it was hilarious. Jessica and I mean, I'm definitely gonna give it like maybe a 3, maybe 4 inhalers out of 5. On that on laughing scales, because there were some scenes I was seriously just dying laughing. Jamie Dornan, he's I think he's from like the 50 Shades of Grey movies.
Okay, I mean the name sounds familiar, but I really don't. I'm not too sure.
He's in some other things as well, but I've never really paid too much attention to him just because I've never really watched those movies. And this dude is hilarious. There's some like song and dance numbers in this movie that
okay.
All right, so you read this like the title of the synopsis of this movie, and you're like expecting one thing. You start watching this movie, and you're like, oh wow, I have no idea where this could go from here. It starts off so weird that you're just like, you've opened the door, so let's just see. Yep. And they have like some of the goofiest like CGI'd things in there. The song and dance number that Jamie Dornan does, though, we're still quoting it days later. Seagulls in the sand, won't you hear my prayer? It is so funny, man. And the Kristen Wiig and I can't remember her name. Here, let me look it up because they were absolutely hilarious. Kristen Wiig and is it Annie Mumolo? Is that it? Annie Mumolo. So Kristen Wiig, Jamie Dornan, Annie Mumolo, and then there's a bunch of other really funny cameos in there and everything. And
Okay.
I gotta tell you, man, it's worth a watch. It's blew my mind because I'm like, whoa, why is nobody talking about this movie? This movie's hilarious. So
I looked it up. I did a search, and you're correct about your character, Jamie Dornan. Just so you know.
Yep.
So you're right there.
Yeah. Lifelong friends, Barb and Star embark on the adventure of a lifetime when they decide to leave their small Midwestern town for the first time ever. Oh, dude.
I'm not listening to it obviously, but I just watched like a trailer and a clip of it.
Oh, yeah.
And just like the Kristen Wiig makes me laugh just in general, like majority of the time.
Yes.
So just seeing some of her faces in this one trailer just made me laugh, and I just barely looked at it. I mean, it just makes me, I don't know, I can just see that. It's just funny.
She's a funny lady. Yes. Give it a shot. Barb and Star. Visit Vista Del Mar. Oh, okay. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. It's a long title, you know.
It is. It's a long one. I mean, it's long and very. It's crazy that the Rotten Tomatoes score is 69, and then the
69.
The IMDb is in 64 or 6.4.
Oh, the Rotten Tomatoes is 79, not 69.
Well, I meant 79. And
no, yeah. But yeah, 6.4. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird how it works.
Sometimes
you get a 12 on Rotten Tomatoes and then an 8.5 on on IMDb. You're like, okay,
right.
Huh? So
it is worth a watch. So if you're looking for a comedy, it's
okay.
Hit it up. It's very.
What's
funny.
it on? What'd you watch it on again?
I watched it on the Vudu.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And then other than that, I'm trying to think if we had watched anything else, and I think it was kind of a busier weekend. It was kind of a busier week, so I don't think.
Really. I didn't watch anything new. Like I said, I watched a couple more episodes of Kim's Convenience. Watched a couple more episodes of Schitt's Creek.
So wait, how far along into Kim's Convenience are you then?
Now I think I'm on the last. I think I'm like season 4 episode No, I'm definitely past 3. I watched probably 6. Probably starting 6 or 7 right now on Kim's Convenience.
And on what season?
Season 4.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so I finished another season of it.
Blew past me. Okay, cool. That's sweet. Yeah. I'm watching season 5, and we're still laughing our heads off. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
I'm just.
So I'm glad.
Ready.
Yeah, I'm not trying to ruin anything, but I'm glad that it ended up. The couple. I don't want to ruin anything. I know it's just a TV show that it doesn't really matter. I'm not saying that, but so when there's two workers that work together that finally ended up right. I was really glad to see that.
I thought it was amazing.
Amazing, yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna say. I mean, I don't care. So I just watched the episode. It's either this last one or the one before. I can't remember. Is when the guy took the lemon square and smeared it all over his chest. I thought that was so funny. But you know what's funny is like that to me. That's almost like a rewrite of The Office. I mean, we got Jim and Pam out here, right? Same situation.
That's funny. Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
he waited. Jung waited. Jimmy did not.
Well, he didn't. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah,
no, they didn't. No, they didn't. He didn't wait. The same thing happened.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They kissed. They kissed.
So,
that's right.
yeah,
I forgot
they
about that.
kissed.
That's right. That's right.
So
Same thing happened.
it's pretty much the
It's a
Office
trope.
in Canada. Yeah. But what? So and then even
Yes, I'm done watching it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep, Jim cut his tie. You know what I'm talking about? Remember that part? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's exactly.
Oh,
the same.
I see. Well,
You know what I mean?
you could say that How I Met Your Mother, Marshall buzzed his head at his
Yes.
wedding. So
That's true.
it's a copy of a copy of a copy.
Always.
It's like
You actually just watch the same stuff, just in different rotations and different
just
spots.
different characters just do the same thing, which
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. All right, so something. All right, and this happened after we had watched this movie. Now, the movie that we had watched, which we'll get into, but my mind is blown, and like something else happened after that movie. I'll go into that later. Anyways,
Okay.
But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
did you watch anything else? If I get into one thing, then I'm just gonna get into all this
He's
other
gonna
stuff.
step
So I'm
into
like,
exactly.
all right,
Yes. Okay. I feel it. Okay. So it's the only thing that I haven't really watched anything like show or movie essentially related there. I am a sports fan, and playoff basketball has been really heavy recently. So I've been mixing in.
Basketball's going on right now.
Basketball is going on, and it's playoffs too. So it's like the first round. This is this is huge. It's been. I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole playoffs is huge. I'm not saying that by any means, but this is when the best of the best are playing each other. So you have your, I'm hoping, I'm a Cavaliers fan, Cleveland for life. I'm not saying that by any means, okay? But also, I got to have my dark horse because I really think that sometimes, you don't know what's going to happen, right?
Your dark horse.
Well, yeah, just my team that's like my second favorite team. That's why I was calling them. So, like, I have my main team, which is the Cavs. But then my next team, I'm a huge Paul George fan, and he made this transition to he now plays for the LA Clippers. So him and Kawhi Leonard got together. So they were playing last year for the bubble. That's what they called the playoffs for when the basketball players during the last season during COVID. So essentially everybody played there. Well, it just was not going well for that team. I mean, they just didn't play well with each other. They didn't like it. It was not flowing the right direction. So, they essentially won out super early. Well, this time they fought with one of the best teams. I think was one of the best teams actually in the league. There was injuries and stuff like that. Well, they actually beat them. So that was there was 2 huge games this last weekend. 3 this week, essentially, that was just, they're series deciding. And the Clippers came out and beat them real bad on was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. So it was very exhilarating. So now I'm ready for this week coming up. Just pumped. Sorry. Excited.
I don't know. No,
That's what I've been stuck on. I mean, I watched the movie, obviously. You know what I mean? I still fit in some convenience and things like that. But have you ever watched American Dad at all? You ever been an American Dad fan?
Not really. I think I don't know. I get kind of burned out on Rick and Morty is honestly the only one that I'm
still a fan of.
Still a fan of animation wise. I'm just not that big into those. I used to watch Family Guy a lot, and then it got really repetitive and boring and
very.
It's whatever. I don't need to watch it. Never watched American Dad. I never really watched Futurama. I never really watched there's a ton of them. Rick and Morty. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love Rick and Morty. I think it's because there's just so many references to so many things.
It's insane.
That they could do anything they want, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. Pickle Rick for crying out loud, right?
I'm telling you, hilarious. And
I'm a pickle.
What makes me mad is I didn't give it a shot at first, and that makes me mad.
Yeah.
I was really
mad. I'm like, dude, you need to rethink your life because
absolutely,
you might be the only person in history that's like Rick and Morty. No, that's stupid.
Yeah,
maybe not the only person in history,
but I didn't just give it 1. I gave it 2 thumbs down. I was actually against this show. I don't know why. The first time I watched it, I just didn't. It's like one of those things I just didn't fall in love with right off the rip, and there were just so much other things out there. So I just kind of it just went to the wayside. So I'm like, no, I don't. I tried. I hated it. Well, next thing you know, when I restarted again, I rewatched that first episode and the second episode, and then next thing you know, I'm 6 episodes in, and I'm laughing. I catch myself laughing the first episode. I'm not just BSing right now, but you know what I mean? Just all of a sudden, I'm like, yep, okay, so I was an idiot, and I just should have gave this show a chance a long time ago. So,
You should have, man. It's very funny. I just want more of it, and it sucks. I don't know. Is there more? Is there a new season? I don't think so. I think we're still waiting on season 5
pretty
or
sure.
something.
I thought this new season just came out.
Maybe. I will have to find that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
maybe
Google it right
maybe
now.
Spida knows. Also, Spida, or anybody else for that matter, have you watched anything this week? Let us know if you watched anything, any movies or TV shows this week. Anything that was new, exciting. Maybe we've watched it. Maybe we haven't. Maybe we have an opinion on it. Maybe we don't.
There is a season 5 coming out.
See, I was right. Boom.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Awkward.
When did you say that you were wrong?
Oh no, I was just kidding.
So, you were just being awkward.
Yeah, of course.
Oh. Well,
see, Spida knows there's supposed to be many more seasons. Well, that's very exciting to hear.
Yeah.
So Jessica had found a clip of or an episode. I can't remember what it's called. But it's like before Rick and Morty, it was like a pilot, and it's like disturbing as hell, man. Like to do it, like to save the world, Morty has to suck Rick's balls. Like it's weird, man. It's real weird. Not sure how they got any sort of TV deal out of any of that.
Yeah, how did that happen?
When I watched it, I was like, what?
That's deep.
Is wild.
Yeah.
Adult Swim was like, I mean, we like weird stuff, but like take the ball sucking stuff out of his grandpa and get rid of that. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, we can make something work from that.
We can make something work. Just don't do that.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Hey, I'm about to look at that. Somebody else showed me, man, what was it? It was another like pilot before the regular pilot, like TV pilot. Mm-hmm. What was it? I think it was a Bob's Burger. I think it was Bob's Burger.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it was 100% Bob's Burger. Now that I think about it, so there was a, so like the original thing was actually there were carnivores actually. So they were eating people. So like when the burgers they were serving you was essentially a ground up human being that they had. And then like so there was hands and stuff like that. So it was like a really weird. I'm like, how did it go from like that to where it's at now and just so in depth? I mean, it was weird and
that's pretty incredible. I mean, if they do look up the one where they do a Rick and Morty voiceover on a real court case. Okay, that sounds pretty funny. I'll have to cue that up.
Yeah.
That sounds very funny. Yeah, it's amazing like how certain shows will start like the pilot is one thing and then it turns out like oh hey, we're actually changing ideas or you got to like reshape, what's going on.
Absolutely. I think that doesn't like even like live sitcoms too. I mean, it's like a main.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but then you're like, well, wait, this is working, but this one's not. So let's change this up, make this person bigger. This person, I think that happens quite a bit actually. And I mean, not a lot of TV shows. Like, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I guess The Office. The Office was one that the first season was very open ended. I think that's the way I kind of described the like Office. Season 1. It's who the people are. 'Cause you're meeting everybody, but then you really are not like zoned in on like who the stars are going to be, and then the season 2 I think really defines the stars because I think who's working. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course that Pam's going to always be that Pam person. Jim's going to be that Jim person, and then you have Michael Scott. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying like those three, but everybody else is kind of intermingled in there. Was really just, I mean, if I remember correctly, Creed was a hit or miss on that when they remember at the very beginning of season 1 where they had to fire somebody on Halloween.
Right.
Well, were you the one that told me that actually?
Yeah.
That yes. So that I mean, Creed was.
He basically
really
like spent days memorizing his lines, doing it as best as he absolutely could because it was basically a crapshoot on if he was gonna stay on the show. Creed is hilarious. You could just point the camera at him at a certain situation, and he doesn't even have to talk. It's just Creed, man.
Did you remember the part where Holly first comes in and she's like, She goes, "Hey, Creed, what do you do here?" And then he's hiding by the fridge. Man, who is she?
Yeah.
Who does she think she is?
Yeah. Speaking of The Office, Phyllis is actually in Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
Oh, really? Good for her, man. I was waiting. I thought she was hilarious. I mean, the part that she played was very fun. I mean, she had her. Because wasn't she a real Dunder Mifflin employee or something?
No, she was actually a casting director. She was actually casting for The Office, and then somebody told her to audition. But hey, she's got to have. She was Sadness in the movie Inside Out. So she definitely had some stardom, you know.
Oh,
you never watched Inside Out? Dude, you get out. Just go ahead and leave the phone call. We're done with this show. No, dude, Inside Out, man. Oh God, especially watching that movie like as an adult. God, I don't want to watch it now that I have a kid. Man, it's like,
oh really?
Oh yeah, it's a really good movie though too. So it's just tugs on your heartstrings a little bit, you know.
Of course. What's it called? Inside Out.
Inside Out. I can't believe you never watched that one. It deals with like. Basically, like there are these emotions inside of you, and each one has like a character, and it's like a little kid losing their innocence, their childlike mind.
Oh,
like things start disappearing and shutting down, and oh goodness gracious, Bing Bong! If anybody's ever seen that movie, Bing Bong, you know, poor Bing Bong. He's an imaginary friend.
Gotcha. Okay.
it's like a pretty sad movie. I'm sure kids loved it, but it was sad.
That's funny. Yeah. Huh. It's definitely. I mean, that's a huge cast in that show too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. I mean, you got Mindy Kaling, Bill Hader, Lewis Black. How do you say Parks and Rec's Amy?
I think it's Amy Poehler.
I think so too. Okay, all right. So just kind of I didn't know if the H was silent or not. So
yeah, right. I think it's Amy Poehler. Sorry, Amy, if it's not. You are hilarious.
Absolutely.
But I might just not know how to say your name right. I just imagine her marrying Ben Wyatt in real life.
Yeah, that's true. She probably does she?
Adam Scott and Amy Poehler married in real life.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
Well, that's like everybody puts like, it's like Mindy Kaling and BJ Novak. Put them together in real life from The Office.
Yeah. So they're
like really like they're like best friends.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's funny.
All right. Well, you want to talk about this movie?
I do.
Okay. So Spider, you had recommended a movie called Coherence. Now, if you Google it, it says it came out in 2013, but if you go to Hulu, it says 2014. Ooh. And it kind of coincides with the movie, right? Some weird stuff.
Very
happened.
much so. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm not let down. Spider has been killing it out there with these movie recommendations. That movie blew me away, man. All right, so what I wanted to bring up earlier. Hold on, we're gonna get in the movie, but all right. So you watched that movie, right? And so we started watching Kim's Convenience a little after it, just to like wind down and stop my brain from firing. And we're watching this TV show, and in that very first episode that we're watching, I'm pretty sure it was the very first episode, this kid introduces himself, and he introduces himself as this name that I've never heard before in my life, but on Saturday at this graduation party we're at, we just met a kid with the same exact name, and I had never heard this name before in my life, and I'm like, this world's a simulation. This is bullshit. I'm pretty sure all this shit is fake. I'm like, that kind of stuff happens too many times. And I paused the show and I'm like, whoa, Jessica and I were like, what is happening right now? I'm like, I don't know,
weird.
man.
Yeah.
I'm like lightweight freaking out over here. Anyways, Coherence is not about a simulation. It's about friends at a dinner party when a comet is going over.
Which is wild.
It was incredible, dude. There were like so many mind-blowing moments. Like the like. All right, so first off, the dialogue in this movie was insane.
Yeah.
Having all these people like even talking over each other at certain times or interacting like authentically, it felt very real. Like it felt like these were friends. They were at like a legit dinner party, man. Like
insane.
The
relationships in there were phenomenal. Actually.
Phenomenal. Oh,
yes.
Dude. Yeah. Whew. So yeah, I guess since it's come out a while ago, I guess we just kind of dive in.
I 100% agree with you. So
I
just want to start out.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. Otherwise, I was like, what? Remember this?
Yes.
Remember
this? Yeah. So I just want to premise all this that happens in the show and what it actually does. Did you happen to look what the budget of this movie was by chance?
$58,000 or something.
Yeah, $50,000 is what it says on Google.
Which, when you watch it, I mean, realistically, it's like
Yes,
it's like one location. The editing is incredible.
Well, the editings are crazy, but at the same time, though, I mean, if you think about it, because now with that $50,000, does that not include paying your, like your actors and actresses?
Well, yeah, but look at those actors. So a lot of them are probably SAG actors. There's nobody. Now, I did remember the one guy, Michael. He was on NCIS. His name was actually Kevin. He was one of the hackers with.
Is that the boyfriend?
No, it wasn't NCIS. It was CSI. I think it was CSI. No, what's the one with Criminal Minds? That's it. He was. I can't remember the girl's name, but she was like the hacker lady. Her boyfriend Kevin, he would come in sometimes to assist her in the hacking world, and so he was on that show. But that was the only really familiar face I had in there.
Well, the main girl to me looked really familiar.
Yeah, but like nothing big. Like I would not. Yeah. Right. So so I'm guessing that everybody was probably like just loved the script and was ready to do it. You know.
Yeah, which may be. I mean, because you are right. I mean,
I'm gonna be honest.
In here or not.
Does it say how long they filmed that movie? Like how long it took? Because it wouldn't have taken them long. So if they rented camera equipment and all of that, they're only renting it for a few days.
Yeah.
So maybe each actor made like $5,000 now, because that was a pretty big cast, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, so it's funny. So something about it says he tested. Well, no. He shot in his own home. The
Oh, that's sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I gotta say, dude, when the two guys, Aman, was it, and Hugh? No, I can't remember the names. But when they looked at each other and walked into the next room, and then they showed each other the red glow sticks, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Wait a minute. Now they're like coming into different houses, but then when they started, when the girl had gone, the main character had gone to her car and came back into the house, and they're figuring all this stuff out, and I'm like, wait a minute. They've already figured this stuff out, and she starts doing the numbers, and I'm like, and then she revealed the numbers that were in green, and I'm like, uh-oh, there's more than two houses. Like, this is mind-blowing right now.
Sure, absolutely.
Like,
insane.
Every time you go in the dark, you go either, like Like she put it, like a roulette wheel. Like you could get spit out into any one of these houses, man. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's crazy because I mean, like when it took me a second to understand everything that was happening.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
How like some houses had light, some houses didn't have light, some houses, you know what I mean? Like like the last house
it's all in total normal thing. The time it takes that group to realize, oh, there's a generator. Well, the first house realized that the generator was there first and turned on the lights, and then they noticed that house, which is really funny because they had the generator and another house came in because they saw them. You know, like it's just absolutely incredible how everything was woven together. My favorite dialogue, though, is when Michael had sabotaged himself, sending him a letter.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Okay, yes.
And so that dude hits him, and he's like, listen, dude, what house are you from? And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, what was the special item in the box? What's your number? What was your color? Was your glow stick? Like all these things. I was like, wait a minute. There's like 3 from one house, 2 from another. I'm like, this is amazing, man.
Yes, it was awesome.
But also terrifying.
Yes, 1,000%. And then, so like my only, I don't want to say problem with it, but it just didn't also explain it more than that at the end, though. There was no result. I mean, the last you've seen is that the main character just decides to do what she did and then still gets caught because you're calling me.
Which I thought was so cool because the story she tells at the beginning about how the wife of the husband, she called the cops and said, this isn't my husband. They're like, yes, it is. And she's like, no, it's not because I murdered my husband yesterday. And they're but there's no body. Like that's your husband. Same deal. Just she got off of the wrong exit and interfered with herself. So like it like stuck her in that reality after the comet had passed. So it's basically there are all these different realities happening at the exact same time.
Yes. And
that comet was causing all sorts of realities to interact with each other. But if you don't interfere, then there's nothing that would happen. But when you interfere, that is when you can intertwine yourself into that reality, into a different reality. And if you're not back by the time that comet goes over, you're not in your own reality.
Got it. So it's pretty essentially it's opening up the realm for like to say for it like that kind of like a like an open realm type of thing.
Dude, that Michael, an asshole, is like, well, hey, you got to think, in these 1 million, like say there's 1 million realities. I've slept with your wife in 1 million realities. And dude's like, screw you, man.
Yes, like, for sure. Like, absolutely. Yeah.
Why would you say that? You idiot, man. Like, you're already a scumbag, man.
Yep.
Like, oh, man.
Ridiculous.
I just thought it was, like, such a cool thing when she starts realizing, because she's like, hey, Mike, like, check this out. And I thought it was really cool, too, because she can talk to members of the other house because it's still them. Like, it's not necessarily like an evil version that's gonna kill each other. So she could still talk to him because they're not strangers. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it blew my mind when she's like, "Hey, you're not from this house, and neither am I." You know? And he's like,
"Yeah, sure.
What are you talking about?" And it's like, "Hey, look at this. Like, oh crap! You're right. I'm not a part of this house." Like, dude, I'm. When they started putting like different items and taking different pictures and like nobody else was remembering certain things happening, I'm like, what's happening? And even the main girl was like, we did all this. Like what? Like it's just. Oh,
what are you doing?
It's incredible.
When the picture where they were taken against the wall of the one guy the where they said like he goes, I just bought this sweater and I just wore it today for the first time.
I just bought this sweater today.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what?
It's so weird because in another house they took a picture of you.
Yes, and you got it.
I mean, and then I love or the note, the note that they put on the door It's like, wait a minute, that means there's 4 notes, but you never went, and that guy never went. So, but some in one timeline, he did. You know,
that's so weird.
Oh, dude, it's so layered. Oh, dude, it was all right. And then, what else makes this movie that much more fun is the audience learns with the characters. So every time they figure something else out, the audience is figuring it out as well, and it's like mind blowing to them, and it's mind blowing to us, and it's just like this.
And it played it so well, and it played it so well the entire time. I totally agree. That
has to be. Oh, dude, I will be watching that again sometime. That was a blast.
Yeah, I'm gonna I will probably be recommending it to people, which is different. You know.
Yeah, you ever seen Coherence?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, you're never gonna watch a movie that's quite like that. That was.
I was not expecting
started. All right, so I wasn't expecting some of the stuff that she did towards the end. I'm like, whoa, like what are you like? I get it, like the happy reality, and you want to be in that one, but like think of the consequences.
Seriously, yes, absolutely. That's why like I was shocked, and then so she does it, and then all of a sudden, then that's at the very end is when when that happened. So then I'm like, well, wait a minute, you know, like
it's so funny because there's multiple hers. So like one of them. Is already in the house. One of them sneaks in the house, takes the drug or whatever, and slips into a closet. And then another one comes in and sees it. It's like, oh my god, this movie is insane.
So much happening. Yes,
it's an onion. There's so many layers.
Layers.
Oh, dude. I mean, Jessica and I are just like, this is freaking cool. This is a cool movie. Like. To write that out, to film that out, that just takes so much skill, dude.
It's insane. It's awesome, actually. It's really cool.
I mean,
it's cool.
I love the little interaction when they're in the streets and there are 2 different groups, and they have their blue glow sticks, and then across from them have the red glow sticks. They just stare at each other for a moment because they're the same people, because they have the same reaction, and they're like, okay, run.
Yeah, exactly. I know, yeah, they both do it. Yeah, it is so funny. It's almost like a mirror, you know? Like
it is, right.
We're going to go. So, yeah, that was,
Oh, man, it was just such a fun ride to experience, that it was just like, oh, man, I'm so pumped to have watched that. So, Spida, thank you. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next one. Shoot off the next one. I think Corey needs to watch Predestination. Because that one is freaking mind blowing as well. I wish we did that one for the podcast, because that one is a mind blowing ride.
Okay. Is it? I mean, I'll do my best to see if I can find it and watch it. We'll see what happens.
How did I watch it? I swear it was like on Netflix or something. I don't remember how I watched it, but all I know is I watched it. I really enjoyed that one. But Coherence.
Yeah, Coherence is a good one.
Coherence, man. I'll tell you. So, 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. 8 friends at a dinner party experience a troubling chain of events due to the malevolent influence of a passing comet. Now, that was another cool thing too, the book, because the one team figures out how to get the book, and then another team figures out how to steal the book, and then it's just like, I know how to con myself into realizing you can't get the book or something like that, or you shouldn't look for the book. Instead, he comes over and like beats his ass.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
There's the violent Michael. There he is.
Yep. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. And then he just kind of like dips out, you know. All right, that's like, I'm out. Yeah. Well, that one's never not getting back to his reality. Oh, dude, that was just so cool when they're like, I looked in the house and they're like, I just felt like the dialogue was very realistic, because they are getting amped up and angry that the main guy the tall guy who had left, with Hassan or Aman. I can't remember his name, but Amir. That's it, Amir.
Yeah.
And Hugh, was it Hugh? What was his name? Let's see. Amir and Hugh. Yeah, Hugh. So when they first went out and then they came back, they had they're just pressuring him and yelling at him like, "Why are you not talking? Tell us what you saw, man."
Yeah.
And all it was them actually confused because they're in the wrong house. They brought the box into the wrong house, and now like, oh, dude.
Yep.
Oh, dude, it was just so incredible, man. It was just. If you let us know if you've watched Coherence, let us know what you thought, because man, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
that's worth it all day. I'll recommend that movie all day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, if I had, Schrodinger's cat, man. Now, do you know what Schrodinger's cat is?
Is that the what do you call it? I don't know, like the theory, the theory of the thing, right?
The cat in the box with a bowl of poison.
Yes.
Physics tell us that it's dead or alive, but quantum tells us there's a third option, right? So it's kind of cool. The cat could be either dead or alive. It exists in both because it's an option. We don't know. Schrodinger's cat. What do they talk? I think on what's that show? Big Bang Theory. I think they talk about Schrodinger's cat a lot on that show.
Oh, do they really?
I think so. But yeah, Schrodinger's cat, man. That's a famous one. I knew about the cat thing, but I didn't know about the quantum thing.
Yeah.
Man, what a cool movie. What a cool movie. Those actors were awesome. Now, I thought Beth was really smart. I this is what I thought she was doing. She had filled up the needle.
Yes. Yeah.
And my thought was if she ever felt in danger, she could probably like hit somebody with that and disorient them or something, you know.
Yep.
That was my thought. I was like, man, that's a smart lady right there. The door to nowhere. Well, that door will take you somewhere.
That door will take you somewhere. That door will take you 100% somewhere. That's why at first it makes me laugh because actually my grandma has a door that we always said that that was funny. Literally, it's a door to nowhere. And then we used to say as a kid, so when she said it, I'm like, well, that's funny. You know what I mean? I think it's just an average thing. But then all of a sudden, as you realize it, it's actually it goes somewhere.
It goes somewhere.
That's for sure.
You just don't enter that reality, man. You won't make it back, man. Oh, that was just so cool. They're yelling at the guy. They're like, "Look at your phone." Like, "Oh yeah, my phone's fixed." They're like, "Yeah, your phone was broken before." What?
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, bro, you're not at the right house.
Yes,
wait,
your phone was broken.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, that's why at first, remember I told you when we talked, and I told you I saw that very beginning scene.
And the phone broke and everything.
Yes, yeah. So when I saw it, I'm like, man, that's just so weird that like I still don't understand, you know. And then all of a sudden, when I seen his do it, I'm like, okay. And it wasn't just because of the
comet,
the comet going across, and that's what's breaking it.
Well, I think it's because of the other realities coming in. I mean, yeah, obviously, yes, the ultimate issue of causing them to break is the comet coming in, but I think it's because it's only, you know...
okay.
Yeah, it's basically like
one
is going to have a non-broken one, one's going to have a broken one.
Yeah.
Although there's multiples, so one probably doesn't even have a phone. I liked when she was walking through past like all the houses and seeing like there were like ones where people were like tied up and stuff. You're like, oh, don't go that one. And then she sees one where they're like all chilling, every single one of them having a good old time, and it's like, yeah, that's got to be the best one. They probably never went outside.
Yeah, ever, and that's what happened.
Yep. Yeah, because then they go outside.
Yep.
They screw up. There's got to be one reality that they never left. Oh, actually, probably the one she was in, because there's one that called her. Or called, I don't know.
See, that's a problem. Yeah.
Well, no, because she's in that reality now. I get, like, so I guess... So is your confusion with... If the story in the beginning is she killed her husband, but the next day the comet's passed and her husband's there, but there's not two, why are there two of her?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just guessing it's probably because nobody overlapped. Probably nobody left their houses. Nobody did those things. She directly interacted with herself and joined a different reality. I think that's why.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo! What a blast that movie was, though, man. That movie. So yeah, after all of that, my mind's blown, and then this kid, his name shows up in the episode we're watching. I'm like, oh god, we're in a simulation. Something's wrong.
Could
be. There's a merging of realities right now. I don't know what's happening right now.
I have been smelling turtles a lot recently.
Turtles?
Turtles.
You've been smelling turtles?
Because we're in the turtle's mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, do you know one thing that's weird, though? And I think it's just because this time of the year, maybe I just seen them more than I ever had before. Do you know that I've seen, like, multiple turtles, like, crossing the road? Like, it's crazy. The one day I actually I had to stop I was going to stop, but then I see them. They're full-size snapping turtles. And they would just bite my face off. There's no way I can touch a snapping turtle, you know what I mean, to help me get across. I mean, I slowed down and the turtles got across
well,
the
you
road.
Just grab them from the back of the shell. They can't get you, you know?
No, they still can. Can't they?
Get from back. I carried one. There was one crossing a long time ago. There was one crossing the street back where like my parents live. Lived. And
gotcha.
Across the street. I just grabbed it from the back. And we drove him to a nice little creek.
Huh. That's what I should have done. I should
have saved his life, but he's probably dead now.
He wasn't.
I'm just kidding.
Past the road.
He's dead. You effed up.
Okay.
Oh, that turtle life is on your hands, man.
That's just rude, man. I love turtles, bro.
I like turtles. I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Wonder how old that video is.
No.
So what are we gonna watch next week?
I don't know, man. I was trying to think. I mean, did anything come out on Netflix that I did not pay attention to? There was one that I was gonna bring up to you.
The cats.
Yeah, the cat. Well, the cats was funny, so you could definitely do the cats one if you really want to.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, so we can do that one, but that one comes on Saturday, so you have time to watch it Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. That's gonna be.
Oh yeah, we'll probably. Yeah, all right. So we'll figure out if I can. We'll probably be able to fit it in, but yeah, we'll get like a real movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was thinking like the what's that new one that just came out? The scary one, the Conjuring.
You would. You totally would, man.
I did that on purpose.
That's fun.
No, it's so funny. No.
It's gonna be awesome, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I watched the first one. People, that was so scary. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What was... Oh. I did not find that one scary. So then when like the last 50 of them came out, they're like, each one's scarier than the next. And I'm like, I'm sure it is. It's frightening.
Yeah, that's funny. The only other one I did have another option for it. That was a joke. I knew your feelings were on that one. Which one was it?
I haven't watched like the second or third or fifth or ninth.
Me neither.
Which one is that one? 101? I think that's The Conjuring 101.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's just called Conjuring 101.
Yeah.
It's,
learn it.
The devil made me do it. Conjuring 101. sign up for that class.
Oh man, I honestly can't remember the name of it. I have to let you know what the one I was thinking of.
We gotta let the people know.
Oh yeah, I'll let you people know. I'll let y'all know. Man, I can't remember the name of it. This is making me.
It came out on Netflix?
Well, I saw it on Netflix. It might not have been a brand new one. Because there was one that somebody else recommended to me. It was called The Woman in the Window. I do remember that one.
Okay, that is one that I wouldn't mind checking out. That's with Amy Adams. She's good stuff. So yeah.
So that was one that I remember seeing. I just can't. There was a second one I was going to I was going to recommend that it was kind of one that I just found and I can't remember. I'll have to look.
And was it on Netflix though?
Yeah, it was on Netflix for sure.
Okay. Well, so why don't we just do The Woman in the Window then?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, then I can think about the other one. Because the other one wasn't new anyways. It was just something that, it was a different movie that, we could have always done. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if Chad has any ideas too, if you have any movie ideas, shoot them over, because we can always, start queuing them up too,
oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. So
I know Spida, you're really gonna have to outdo this next one. Like, I can't have anything tame now. Like, don't give me anything boring.
If it's boring, I'm out.
Yeah, if it's boring, I'm like, dude. All right, there's Mr. Robot's not a movie, man. That's a TV show.
Yeah, and I'm already having to watch that one anyways. So
right, that's like such a big time commitment there. One day I will get to that, but we're talking. How about a movie?
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's a good one.
It's so good. I loved the first season. I thought it was awesome. I really need to get back into that. But
yeah, I told you that's the one that he's making. Yeah, so that's what he's making. So yeah. So I'm probably gonna start that this week. So I'll probably have a little bit to talk about, but I'm on that next week. So I'm gonna try to do that. But I also got to fit in convenience. It's gonna
right. Yeah, like I've got other stuff slated. Yeah, and then you have to have time for the randos.
Oh, exactly.
Like you're just like scrolling through, and you're like, oh, yep. Today I think I'll watch that. Oh, did you ever watch Seven Psychopaths? Is that with Christopher Walken? Seven Psychopaths. That sounds very familiar. But so I did. Jessica and I watched the documentary, the Last Blockbuster on Netflix, which is funny because it was on Netflix. Just because like Netflix could have bought Blockbuster at one point, but it was awesome. It was really cool. It was I feel like I have watched Seven Psychopaths. I can't remember it. Maybe I fell asleep.
Yeah, it's got Sam Rockwell, Colin Farrell, Woody Harrelson.
I think I fell asleep. I don't think I ever gave that one a shot. So I could rewatch that one. But so Woman in the Window, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, and then maybe we'll queue up Seven Psychopaths, or if we have time, we can throw that one on. But But yeah, The Last Blockbuster. I'll tell you what, man, that TV show or that documentary just was packed full of so much like nostalgia and the fact that they're still able to run the Last Blockbuster and stuff. So this lady, if new releases come out, she's been like the manager there for so many years. And what she'll do is she'll go early in the morning. She'll go to the stores and buy the movies, the brand new movies. Take them back, print out the Blockbuster stuff, slide them in the case, and put them on the shelves. I mean, like the staff at this Last Blockbuster is so dedicated to keeping it running smooth and to keep people coming in. Because I mean, if you don't have the new movies, like, it's going to lose its flavor after a while.
Well, absolutely. Well, yeah.
But, yeah, they keep getting the new movies in. They keep getting games in and all that stuff. They still have, like, tons of candy and popcorn and all that stuff. So it's really cool. You got to see, like, a bunch of, like, actors, comedians, or just people, I think. I can't remember who all of them were, but tell like stories of Blockbuster, and then like actually,
Oh, that's sweet.
some of them went to the store. John Oliver, which I actually must have missed this episode a long time ago. He actually bought a couple of goofy things from Russell Crowe. Like the jockstrap he used in Gladiator, like a couple of goofy items, and he actually sent them for free to the one of the last Blockbusters that was in Alaska. And when that one closed, they sent it to the one that's in Oregon.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it was just really cool to see. Like, oh man, it would just be like there were people that I drove 18 hours to go to visit the last Blockbuster, man. There are some people that came from Europe to go to that store just to get that nostalgia. I mean, that's so cool.
That's crazy. That's
yeah,
wild.
that's crazy. What makes me mad though, when you watch it, what makes me mad is screw you, Viacom, because they're the ones who basically they bought Blockbuster and then basically kind of ruined it. And then when there was like the financial crisis in 2008, it basically made it so that Blockbuster basically like ran out of cash, where Netflix had all these investors still putting money in. Blockbuster had the same thing going on. Like they were starting streaming. They even had like all these other things. And the other things that Blockbuster had were games. Like they had a lot more than Netflix.
Yes,
and they actually had a lot more subscribers, but because of that financial crisis, 2008, and the whole crap of Viacom, they burned out. So it was like actually like really pissed me off because it's not like Blockbuster's fault.
Sucks.
It's like they got mismanaged, and then a crap storm came and took out one of the greatest icons this country's ever had. Actually, it's been I don't even know. I wonder how many countries it went to. I don't know. It was really cool though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's just on Netflix, right?
Yeah. It was only like an hour and 20 minutes. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, see, that's perfect. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. I'll have to I'll have to look into that one.
Yeah. Sweet. So the woman in the window, huh?
Yeah, the woman in the window. I thought I said we give that one a shot. See where that goes for us.
I think that's a good idea. Okay. Cool. Well, you got anything else for us?
No, man. I think that's all I got. I think that's about it.
Okay. Well, sweet. Let's let these people go then, you know?
Absolutely.
Next week actually might be if we're ready, we might be in the same room.
Absolutely. Might do something a little different next week. Starting next week.
Yeah,
I'm
the
excited.
format might be a little different.
Yeah.
It'll be nice. I think it's going to be nice. It's going to be a new format. Well, same format, just... Gosh, I don't know if I could talk to you in person the same I talk to you like this.
It's weird. I don't know.
This is going to be weird. Canceled.
I'm like nervous.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll see you guys next week here.
Yeah. I can only do this virtually. I don't know if I could do it in person.
Yeah.
No, that's going to be fun. So, yeah, we got like a little space that's setting up. And then actually having guests would be like way easier.
Super easy.
They could either call in and then we only have that connection, or they can just stop on over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop on over.
Done.
Join us on the couch or join us in a chair. We'll see. We'll see how it's set up.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right. I'll stop talking. We'll let these people go.
Yes. Thanks for watching, guys. We do appreciate it.
Coherence. Check that movie out. Spider. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you again. Good time for next one. And if you want to hear us talk about Women in the Window, or what is it? Woman in the Window?
The woman in the window, I think.
The Woman in the Window. Yeah, we're going to talk about that next Monday. One way, shape, or form.
Hey, Spider just gave a great Truman Show quote. Great movie. I love that movie. So. Good morning. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Oh, Jim Carrey. That's our boy.
That's me. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. There he is. All right.
I'm jealous.
For real this time.
Yeah.
We'll get
Guys,
the hell
thank
out
you.
of here. Thank you, everybody,
Yeah.
for listening and watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.